When two brothers take off for a day of exploring and cave diving, the last thing they'd be thinking is that one of them won't be coming back. It's hard to believe that an Air Force pararescue diver would fall victim to a single bad decision, but that's the tragedy of cave diving mistakes. You don't get a second chance. This video will be breaking down the Goss Canyon diving tragedy, so stick around till the end. One summer day, Michael and Paul Hayden decided to embark on a new adventure into the depths of the abandoned water well cave in Goss Canyon. Having explored this cave countless times during their childhood, it held a special place in their memories. As a family with 6 kids, they often used the cave as a watering hole during California summers, creating cherished moments with their siblings. The entrance to the cave was a small dark hole measuring about 3 feet by 4 foot, which seemed inconspicuous from the outside. Located near the town of La Crescenta, California, the path led horizontally for about 50 feet before descending a sloping hill for another 30 feet. Beyond this point, the path continued until they reached the flooded pool area, merely 150 feet from the entrance. The brothers had explored the dry sections of the cave during hikes and enjoyed swimming in the deep flooded well section. Over the years, as the boys grew older, their adventurous spirits led them to gain more skills. The initial explorations were limited to the dry cave ledges and holes, as well as the 100-foot deep water pools between well shafts. However, as they matured, Michael and Paul developed a desire to delve even deeper into the mysteries of the abandoned water well. Fortunately, Paul had acquired exceptional skills as a scuba diver during his time as an Air Force pararescue instructor. With almost 15 years of experience in the elite pararescue force and nearly 20 years of dedicated service in the Air Force, Paul was a master sergeant known for his conscientiousness, preparedness, safety, and skill. As an extremely skilled open water diver, he had the perfect qualifications to lead this daring expedition into the submerged recesses of the cave. Little did they know, their journey into the depths would unravel new secrets and challenges, taking them on an unforgettable underwater exploration. On their new adventure, the brothers' mother reassured them, emphasizing that they had engaged in this type of diving in the cave many times over the years. With ample experience in these specific conditions, Paul planned an exploration of further tunnels and well shafts in the cave on September 17, 2000. Hiking up to the cave, the brothers carried their scuba equipment to the pool area. Paul, equipped with a mounted GoPro camera serving as a light source, had 2 hours of air. Michael, understanding the time limit, planned to stay in the main cave to monitor his brother. They had a communication system in place, using a rope tether attached to a rock in the main cave. Michael would give a couple of tugs on the rope to check on Paul's status, and Paul would respond with a couple of tugs to indicate that he was okay. Initially, everything seemed to be going well. The lead was being pulled down as expected, and Michael continued to feed out the rope length for his brother. However, after about 20 minutes, when Michael tugged twice and awaited a reply, there was nothing. Concerned, he pulled again, but found the line to be tight. His immediate thought was that Paul was stuck. Pulling as hard as he could yielded no release on the line. Realizing the urgency, knowing that Paul had only 90 minutes of air remaining, Michael swiftly left the cave to seek diver support. Bursting through the doors of the La Crescenta Valley Sheriff's Department, he sought emergency assistance. The department responded fast, with the LA County Sheriff's Department and the Mantro Search and Rescue Team mobilizing to the scene. Utilizing all-terrain vehicles to navigate the rocky valley to the cave entrance, the LA County Fire Department joined the efforts, forming a full rescue team to aid in the urgent situation. The clock was ticking, and the race against time intensified as the team prepared to assist Paul in the submerged depths of the cave. Upon reaching the cave, the rescue team swiftly entered the water, aiming to initiate a rescue operation. When the brothers had initially arrived, Paul was filled with excitement about exploring beyond his usual caves and tunnels. This particular cave system was a remnant of an old water well system from 1915, featuring caverns formed through natural erosion and water buildup, as well as shafts from the surface for water access. Since the well had been abandoned long ago, these caves and shafts were now flooded, and the air had become stagnant. The cave system included sump pools that were 100 feet deep, and between these pools were tunnels filled with water leading to other cave areas. The original well shafts, built at water level, created small 3x3 areas where water could be accessed by pipes from the surface. However, over time, these pipes had been removed, and soil and rock had filled the narrow pipe areas. The organic matter above released gases into the chamber below, and water erosion of the stone only made the situation worse. After navigating through caves and tunnels in the front area, Paul finally arrived at one of the shafts. This particular shaft was only 3 feet wide inside, making it a bit cumbersome for Paul's body, especially with a scuba tank on his back. Using his camera light to look up, he could see the silvery reflection of the surface above, an air pocket on the top of the shaft. While Paul was a highly experienced scuba diver, he was not certified or trained in cave diving. Despite his experience, he knew that air pockets in caves could be perilous. Paul's family mentioned that he typically carried a lighter to test the oxygen content of the air in a pocket before removing his regulator. However, on this fateful day, he did not. His camera recorded the moment he ascended into the pocket of gas, with the view of the top of the shaft illuminated by his camera light. Strikingly, he removed his regulator from his mouth and took a breath. The footage revealed the wall of the shaft and then showed Paul submerging in the water. He did not attempt to put the regulator back in his mouth, showing that he was completely incapacitated. Paul's descent to the bottom of the shaft, with no further movement, raised questions about the rapid and tragic sequence of events. The video shows the short time from taking out the breathing device to diving underwater, and it looks quite suspicious. How could a single breath of air lead to Paul's death? Well, the explanation lies in the insidious nature of carbon dioxide. Contrary to the belief that a single breath is harmless, exposure to air with more than 10% carbon dioxide can cause immediate loss of consciousness. Under normal circumstances, carbon dioxide constitutes about 0.4% of the air we breathe. When our lungs contain air near the venous blood, rich in carbon dioxide, the gas rapidly exits the blood and enters the air, where the concentration is much lower. But when the carbon dioxide concentration in the lung air exceeds 10%, a single breath can lead to carbon dioxide poisoning. In such a scenario, the diffusion process, where gases move from areas of higher concentration to lower concentration, is reversed. Instead of removing carbon dioxide from the body, the exceptionally high levels of carbon dioxide in the air push the gas back into the bloodstream in less than 1 second. Under normal circumstances, this process efficiently eliminates carbon dioxide from the body. But when exposed to extremely high levels of carbon dioxide, the blood becomes highly acidic, resulting in acute respiratory acidosis, a lethal condition. In industrial settings, where such gas exposure may occur, prompt action, including pulling the affected individual to safety, administering oxygen, and seeking emergency medical attention, can make a crucial difference. However, in the confined and submerged environment of a water-filled tunnel, losing consciousness becomes fatal. The silent and swift progression from taking a breath to incapacitation, as tragically witnessed in Paul's case, underscores the critical importance of understanding the potentially lethal consequences of even a single breath in specific environments. The tragedy of Paul's death serves as a reminder that even well-trained and physically capable individuals can be lost in an instant. In this case, a single decision led to the untimely demise of a man who had, for years, been the rescuer in critical situations. Despite Paul's experience as a scuba diver and his familiarity with cave exploration, the specific challenges of cave diving require specialized knowledge and training. Cave diving is a distinct category with unique problems and risks that demand hours of guided experience and certification. The lack of such specialized preparation can swiftly turn a routine exploration into a life-threatening situation. In Paul's case, the air pocket in the narrow shaft contained an elevated level of carbon dioxide, a danger that he may not have anticipated. His decision to remove the regulator for a single breath proved fatal. This tragic incident just goes to show that individuals need to recognize the limitations of their skills in specialized environments and seek the appropriate training and certification. So what do you think? Should the local authorities have done more in this situation? Or was Paul just overestimating his capabilities? Let us know in the comments down below. And hey, if you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on our latest discussions and content, make sure to subscribe to our channel. As always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.